Welcome to Stonham Barnes Park, Suffolk's ultimate family entertainment destination. This podcast will take you on a journey of discovery of all our facilities and exciting events. We look forward to seeing you soon.
Welcome to you all, and thank you for joining me again on the Stonham Barnes Park podcast. I'm David Sampill, the manager of the Events and Theatre team, and your resident host. Welcome back to a very busy, event-filled summer at Stonham Barnes Park. In this episode, we're talking to you about the Stonham Motorcycle Show. The show takes place on Sunday the 9th of May, and our gates will be open from 10 a.m. to the public. This incredible event is for all bike enthusiasts, and before we tell you what to expect, we'd like to thank Reetin Motorrad, who are Suffolk's BMW retailer, for sponsoring the event. The show will feature award-winning sports bikes, cafe racers, old-school choppers, lifestyle products, showroom displays, trade and dealership stands, auto jumble, live bands, bars and hot food outlets. You can watch world-class stunt rider Lee Musselwhite in the show ring with his stunning extreme bike battle. His team is made up of the UK's best FMX, Bmx and MTB riders, and you can watch them going head-to-head in an epic stunt battle to determine who is the king of two wheels. Also joining us in the show ring is the amazing Two Brothers Stunt team. They're a professional street bike freestyle team, and they will be performing a choreographed show with the best and latest cutting-edge street bike freestyle tricks. In addition to our special shows, there will be multiple show trophy categories which will be judged for awards on the day. Listen out at the end of this episode for more information on how to enter your show bike into the competitions and admission details for the Stonham Motorcycle Show. Up next, we're going to chat with Lee Musselwhite, who is running the Extreme Bike Battle, and Mark Van Driel from the Two Brothers Stunt team. So over to Susanna from the Stonham Barnes team.
Thanks, David. Welcome to the Stonham Barnes Park podcast. Lee, it's great to be talking to you.
It's great to be talking to you, Susanna. Thank you so much for making time for me today.
Oh, it's a pleasure. We can't wait to find out what you do. In fact, I think it sounds terrifying. But anyway, tell us what we can expect to see at the Stonham Motorcycle Show.
Okay, well, we're going to be bringing the Extreme Bike Battle. So it's an exciting, dynamic show, and it fuses a couple of stunt elements together for hopefully something really exciting. It
sounds incredible. How many bikes are there?
There's going to be two different disciplines. So you've got Moto Trials, which involves the van and a big sort of scaffolding rig type structure, ladders and all sorts of apparatus. So you'll see big leaps across that to the ground and across all sorts. And then you've also got BMX Jump Box, where you'll see lots of airborne activity. So big air tricks like tail whips and 360s and 720s and backflips and all kinds of things. And what those guys will do, they'll sort of bounce off each other, if you like, raising the level. So we'll start off with the more basic tricks, build right up, engage with the audience so they can understand what the sort of foundation moves are, and then we'll work right up to the really big, scary pro level moves that they'll sort of finish the show with.
Amazing. It sounds absolutely amazing. Are you going to be riding yourself?
No, this is a grass display. I do something called Bmx Flatland, so it's a bit like breakdancing on a bike, spins and twists and stuff. But this one's on grass, so unfortunately I'm not going to be performing, but I will be commentating and leading the show. Excellent. And getting the guy pushing the guys to do all their biggest and best stunts for you.
You sound like you know everything about bikes. How long have you been into them?
Me, myself, as a professional rider, about 25 years, I think.
When did you start?
When I was around 14. But we've been doing stunt displays for about 15 years now. Right. We've literally gone all over the world, effectively, done every type of event up and down the country, and then so anywhere that wants some kind of alternative entertainment, something a little bit different, we're more than happy to provide it.
Now, you just mentioned it, going around the world. You are a world-class BMX stunt rider. Is that the right title to give you?
Yeah, that works. Yeah, stunts is what I try to do.
Can you tell us about some of the competitions you've been in? Tell us a story.
Yeah, well, what I do is Bmx Flatland. So the easiest way to describe it is a bit like breakdancing on a bike. My main thing is inventing tricks. That's kind of what I'm known for. So I have got a Guinness World Record for a trick I invented. It's got a strange name. It's called a spider glide. Because someone said I look like a spider, I think. I don't know who actually named it or dubbed it that, but basically it's a no-footed, no-handed trick. Right. And I've got the Guinness World Record for rolling, 14 meters, I believe. So yeah, that's the world record.
Yeah,
it's an unusual. It's kind of hard to explain. I'm pressing the seat against my chest and sat on the bike with literally no hands and no feet. So I know it's very hard to picture. You kind of have to see it. But it's an unusual one and something I invented. So it's nice to have a world record in that one as well.
And competitions worldwide. What's the biggest competition you've ever been to?
Just last year, I won the Master of Creativity contest, so I've got that title, if you like. It's like the most elite contest you can ever do. It's an online contest, so it's all about you submit videos of tricks you've invented, current tricks, and it's super hard to, obviously, as you can imagine, to learn something new with everything that's been done already. So I won that one last year, so really pleased with that one. That was extremely difficult. I'd competed in it for probably 3 or 4 years before, never quite snagged that top spot. So I got that last year. So that's a good achievement for me. So I'm pleased with that one.
I bet. And what about travelling the world? Where's the furthest place you've been to compete?
Japan or Abu Dhabi, maybe.
Wow.
Dubai.
Yeah.
Probably Abu Dhabi. We did a Formula One Grand Prix out in Abu Dhabi. They brought us over and we built all the apparatus and everything out there and performed at the Formula One. So yeah, something like that. I mean, it's awesome to obviously be with a team, and it's not a structured display in the sense that it's not choreographed. It is freestyle, so it's different every time. The riders can effectively do whatever they like. You know, they raise the level against each other to make it really exciting. We don't want it to be stale and the same thing every time you see us. So it is really exciting, dynamic display that's different every time, and the riders push themselves and getting involved with the crowd, so it makes it super exciting and different every time.
To be a pro stunt biker, how dangerous is it? And if I'm a novice, where do I start or not?
What I personally do is not too bad, because I'm sort of on the floor, if you like. So the worst I'm going to get is cuts and scrapes and bruises, to be honest. So obviously anyone who's practicing anything should start off with make sure they wear their safety equipment, helmet, shin pads and knee pads and a lot, and start off, as I always tell anyone who's starting out anything, you start slow and you build up gradually. So what I do is not too death-defying, if you like, but then obviously what you're going to see on the show, you're going to see, backflips, in the air, huge backflips, whips, and loads of crazy airborne moves, loads of awesome motorbike jumps across things, across ladders, across rungs, big gaps, that sort of stuff. They've obviously, all the team spent many, many years building up to these sort of amazing spectacles, if you like. But they know what they're doing. They're top professionals, so there's nothing to be worried about. You can just sit back and enjoy the madness. I
think we will. Thank you. And how many performances will you be doing on?
We'll be doing 3 performances throughout the day. So yeah, three different 30-minute slots, and then so I'm really looking forward to that.
That is fantastic. And can people come and talk to you, Lee?
I'm not sure. As I said, because obviously all the COVID restrictions and everything like that, it's amazing to be back out, because obviously it's been quite a turbulent year or so now. So it's amazing to be back out. Normally, we would always have question and answers. The team will be there after the show. We'd love everyone to come up and chat to us. I'm not sure, as I say, what the restrictions are in place and anything at the moment. This is one of the first ones back. And every event's slightly different depending on the local guidelines. So hopefully, if we can, we'll be ready, available. We'd love to chat for everyone to come up after the show. Any questions? Don't hesitate to ask. Signatures, whatever you like, we'll be there.
Well, right, so go and see him, Lee Musselwhite, or AKA Master of Creativity, best in the world.
I'll take that as well. That's fine.
Thank you so much for joining us, Lee.
And it's the extreme bike battle. So really looking forward to it. Thank you so much for your time, and we look forward to seeing you Sunday.
All right, see you then. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Welcome to the Stonham Barnes Park podcast, Mark. It's great to talk to you.
Hello, Susanna. It's good to be here.
Well, it's great to have you here, and I'm really looking forward to you telling us all about Two Bros Stunt Team. We also, obviously, looking forward to seeing you on Sunday, 9th of May. Tell us a bit about what you do.
Well, we're a street bike freestyle team. Funny enough, street bike freestyle is quite an underground sort of sport, really, although it's becoming more mainstream these days. So there is a full British Championships and that sort of thing that I do it, but it's still very much an underground sport. So it's really nice to bring it to the public, really. We've been doing this quite a while, but it's basically stunts on street bikes. Some of them have got full fairings, some are stripped down. So we have several different bikes that we use. Most bikers do know what freestyle stunt riding is, but the general public don't. So a lot of people think we do FMX, which is where you'd come off of ramps and stuff like that. We're not like that at all.
No.
It's very similar to Flatland Bmx, really.
Right, okay. I think I'm understanding it. You're talking to a novice, so apologies for that.
No problem.
And what about your team?
My team, there's 4 of us, really. There's our floor manager, Alan Sutton. He's a local lad to Stonham, actually. He's only over at Ipswich.
Okay.
So we're quite a local team anyway. My teammate, who I've been riding with for forever, he's from Mendlesham, so he's just around the corner from Stonham as well. And there's myself and my partner, Trina. Trina comes on the bike with us a lot. So Paul's Toddy, he's another rider. And then there's obviously my partner. She gets on the bikes with us as well.
Sounds fantastic. I'm so excited because I'm definitely going to come and watch you. Have you been riding bikes all your life to be able to do what you do?
I have. I daren't tell you how old I am. I've been riding since I was 8. And when I was 8, I always wanted to do schoolboy motocross, and 13. So me and my father, who are extremely close, we rode together and stuff. And so I done motocross for 20 years, I think, something like that, at sort of British Championship level. I was never good enough really to do world level, but I done okay at British. Wasn't brilliant at it, but we done okay. You know, I was good at club level, but not at British level. And then I had a really bad accident, broke my back. So we decided we'd move on to something else, and I went into kart racing. So I done kart racing for a while, but I always maintained riding the bikes. I always have ridden bikes. And so I've been riding for, let me see, well, I'm 55 in May. So I've been riding since I was 8 years old. So, yeah, a very, very long time. Which, by the way, 55 is extremely old to be riding stunt bikes.
I'm saying nothing. When did you start learning stunts?
Well, that's a hard one, because we often laugh about that, because professionally, probably 18 years ago, but I've always done it. I've always messed about. I could never ride a bike sensibly. So I've always messed about. And I mean, like to be honest, most of my age group, we've all done it. We've all messed around in the fields on mopeds, and we've all come from that background, really. So I'm no different. I just carried on a bit further with it and just started doing it professionally.
Looking at your Facebook page, which we love, by the way, we really love the Wheelie Wednesdays posts. There's also that's very clever. They are amazing stunts. How long does it take to learn some of them? Tell us about a couple of them and how long it takes to learn.
It just takes absolutely forever. It's not something that you can just go out and learn. We have a lot of guys in the film industry who want to come and learn with us. And I always say to them, you can't do it for an end result so you can earn money out of it. You've got to have a love for the sport, and you've got to want to do it for yourself. But one of the tricks I'm not very good at is no-handed circles. A lot of riders do it. You know, it's quite a common trick. But I've never, in 18 years, been able to get it on pat like my teammate does. And yet I'll do high chair circles, which is sitting up on top of the handlebars doing a circle. But that only took me 2 or 3 years to learn that. So it can literally, on some of those tricks, can take years to learn. And that's riding all the time. So, yeah, a long time, I'm afraid. And a lot of crashes.
Well, that's literally was on the tip of my tongue. You're saying 2 to 3 years. That means you must come off that bike several times. Well,
one of the tricks I'm trying to learn at the moment is a 360 carry, which is you slide in on the back brake, broadside round, hit the front brake, and flip it round into a 360 spin. And I've been trying to do that for probably about a year now. And every time I ride, every time I do it, and I'll do it, 60, 70 times a day, and I'll come off every time. So you have to learn how to roll. You really do.
I bet. And the protective equipment must be something else.
Yeah, you do. You have to pad up. A lot of the guys in stunt riding don't pad up because it's not cool to do so. But I'm too old for that. I like to pad up and make sure I've got all the right gear on. We've got some really fantastic sponsors on that front, so we don't have to worry too much. But do you know what? When you're stunt riding, safety is a big part of it. I say we come off all those times a day, but it's all in a controlled fashion. You're not. When I say come off, we're not like sliding across the floor on our back or anything. It's a tuck and roll and walk away from it.
Yeah.
Because if you're crashing properly, you're just going to hurt yourself.
Yeah.
So gently when you're learning, just a little bit of time. If you're going to come off, let the bike hit the ground and walk away from it.
Indeed. It sounds terrifying to me. Tell me about the performance that you'll be doing on the 9th of May, Sunday.
So we have a choreograph show. In fact, yesterday we were practicing because we haven't done it for quite a while. So we have a choreograph show that we do. We start off with some really basic stuff to start off with, some straight line wheelies and bits and pieces, and then we just go through and explain how we do and what we do. There's quite a lot of humour in there because we don't take ourselves too seriously. So we do like to have a giggle and have a laugh with the crowd and interact with the crowd quite a lot. And then it just gets more technical, and we explain how we do it and what we do and what the equipment is that we have, because we have what we call a handbrake. You'll have to come to the show and I'll explain that. There's quite a lot to explain over that right now, but we use a handbrake, which if anyone who rides a bike wouldn't understand what that is, it's a very unusual thing, but it's one of the critical things you have to have on a stunt bike. And then trainer jumps on the bike and we show some tandem stunts. She's extremely brave and extremely good. She's been doing it for quite a while as well. She rides as well, so when she does the stunts with me, she has to balance the bike just as much as I do. And then we move into the drift part of the show. So we're the only stunt team in the UK to have 2 drift bikes, and we have a choreographed drift show that we do at the end of it, which is very in your face, lots of noise, lots of smoke, and lots of action. It's quite a good end to the show, really.
No, I bet. It sounds absolutely amazing. What are the times of your performances?
We are on at 11 a.m, 1:30 and 3 o'clock. So we've got 3 shows that spread out through the day. Make sure you get to all of them, though, because in the shows we do change it around a little bit from one show to another. So we don't do exactly the same thing each time. So we do some different stuff, especially with the drift bikes.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, yeah, it should be good.
And what about your fans? Can they actually come up and ask you a question?
We love to talk to people. At the end of the day, we're just bikers, the same as everyone else, and we do love to meet people. So people come over and have a chat with us, and we love it. So at the end of the show, come over, have a chat with us, meet Trina. Everyone wants to meet Trina. No one's ever interested in me and Toddy. They all want to meet Trina because she's so brave. But yeah, come over and see us. Come and have a chat. Trina's often got T-shirts and stuff for sale, but yeah, come and have a chat with us by all means. The good thing about this is because it's a local show, we know lots of people at this, so there's lots of familiar faces, and there's a lot of our local fans that know us. So it's good, really good to be able to catch up with everyone.
Brilliant. Well, we all look forward to seeing you there. Thanks for joining us, Mark.
Thanks ever so much, Susanna. It's a pleasure.
And back to you, David.
Thanks, Susanna. So here's all the details you need to know. The Stonham Motorcycle Show will take place on Sunday the 9th of May, and you can get in from 10 a.m, and we're going to run through until 5 o'clock in the afternoon. The ticket prices are, for show bike and rider, you can get free entry into the show, but we would recommend that you book in advance as places are filling up quickly. Any additional pillion passengers will be charged a normal standard entry fee of £10. For visitors, you can get in, and that is £10 per person. And if you happen to be under 12 years old, you get in for free. To enter a show bike, please complete the Club Stand Exhibitor Entry Form. To get the form, please visit our website, stonhambarns.co.uk, where you will find all the details. You can also see all the details of the events that we have coming up over the next 12 months. Thank you.
Visit stonhambarns.co.uk for more information.